first and 10. Cousins. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. To throw, Cousins. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. This fielded. A few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. First down, they go with Barber again. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves. In a good spot on 3rd down. Now that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Linval Joseph, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Brady now to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got a man. Complete. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's loose again. The 30. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Again, helping partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point up and good. By Bailey.
Makes the score Vikings 80, Buccaneers 33. Dan Bailey to kick off.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Brady now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. From midfield, here's Brady. Open man has got it. It's complete. And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. A carry for Barber. Oh, Barber loses it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Cousins on 1st down. And Diggs has it. There he goes left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, 48 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter In there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, go 66.
From the gun on third down, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
And that's a Super Bowl record, his 4th sack of the game. I think we got to start thinking seriously about making him the Super Bowl MVP as well.
I think you're right. With him leading in the driver's seat, he certainly has a shot. Here's Sherrills. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though,
Absolutely.
who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Play action now. Cousins. Flush to his right. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nifty footwork at the 45.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 29 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. You might need a massage from the trainer right now.
And he loses the football the second time. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Hey, Alabama.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Barber on first and 10. Tackle made by Everson Griffin. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Bailey got the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On second down, it's Barber up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. He completes it to Evans. Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First down, here's Cousins, rolling to his right. Fighting ahead at the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead will swell by one more. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. And the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Bailey now for the extra point. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They go again with Ogunbowale. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. He's got Evans. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He got 29 yards that time.
Let's go, boys! Let's go!
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
From Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Barber. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Brady. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, here comes Barber. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On play action, now Brady. And break the time. End's got it. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Wait, 10, 53!
Mark 54!
I'm coming for you, Mom! Hey, hey!
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Evans. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bucs are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And
now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
They'll run for it. Cook. And an alley to run. The 40, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 65 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll run with Cook, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, Does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Cousins dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards. The Vikings on 3rd down, not quite 50%. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Bailey got the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Brady now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now it's a quarterback third. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, 79 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Brady going to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the Super Bowl. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Brady again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Well, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick-sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And
oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as it would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Check it, reload.
Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. And this is caught by Evans. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. He's got this one complete to Perriman. Then he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Watch the run. Watch the run. Sugar.
This is caught by Dare Ogunbowale. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Running is Barber. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
My 54. All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go.
Hey, Alabama.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Cousins, escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. Cousins to throw it, being chased out left. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, you might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective. They had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we could see this thing pile up as we go on.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind.
There he goes, left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll run the draw with Barber. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pick. Up, and that's a first down.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, team.
Now it's Barber. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Anthony Harris on the tackle. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw on 2nd and 6, Brady. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Brady, and he's got Miller. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this.
is starting to fall into the category of not fair. Because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run, too. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Cousins here to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.